What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint back with another statue unboxing and review. We got the XM Studios Omega Red in the house, and this is a very flat but long box here, man. So we're going to jump into an unboxing of this. We are doing a giveaway right now. Once we hit 90,000 subscribers, we're going to give away this Sideshow Collectibles Supergirl premium format exclusive. So stay tuned until the end, and I'll tell you what you got to do to enter. So let's go ahead and get this guy out the box. Alright guys, this is number 172 of only 350 made. Man, you guys were sleeping on the only quarter scale licensed Omega Red statue. Alright, let's see what the art print looks like. Art print looks sick, as always. To match the statue. And then we have this just assembly kind of checklist of pieces. Alright, here's the top of the box. Let's go ahead and get the lid off. XM Studios known for their straps and their heavy-duty packaging. Let's take off the top layer. Alright, now let's get all the packaging off. Alright, here we have everything unwrapped. As you can see, there's a lot going on. Let's take a look at these head sculpts first. So, very cool, man. I like the skin color. He's got that kind of white zombified look. Got the teeth gritting with the red eyes. They got the hair going everywhere. And it looks like this one has a ponytail on the top. Definitely digging the head sculpt and all of the crazy hair everywhere. Alright, here goes the other head sculpt. More of a screaming portrait. I'm really digging it. I like that kind of dark shadow around his eyes and stuff, right? He definitely looks like he is the anti-life, life drainer that he is. Nice hair sculpted, very long and flowing. Got his headband, that looks good. Let's look at the arms, man. Really digging the size of these things and like the sculpt on those muscles, the paint job, the candy red kind of gauntlets, those look awesome. That looks really good. You get that same look on both arms. Look at those like kind of grayish, bluish veins. And this is where his tendrils will come out of. Speaking of the tendrils, you have two long ones here. I think they look really well done. Sharp at the tips. Nice shiny paint job on them. Kind of a dull shine. Those look good. I'll show you a piece of the base here, how it has this real kind of tubing here. That looks cool. Weathered metal look for the base. The actual bottom of the base has some snow around the edges, so that's a nice little touch. It's going to key in those other elements that you see. Look, it has a valve here with a tube. That looks good. Another tube with a gauge. That's cool. And the body for Omega Red is huge, man. Got a lot of good weight to it. Different reds and such going on we'll take a look at during the review. So let's start getting them assembled. Alright guys, pieces on the table. We're going to start assembling the base first because it looks like Omega Red puts his foot up on something. So let's start seeing what goes where. Alright, I can see by the peg. This looks like it goes right here. Alright, by this peg it looks like it goes on this side. And I can see that tube, looks like that goes right here, right? Okay, cool. And then this one on the bottom, let's make sure we line it up right though. Okay, I think I did that right. Let's see if we can get Omega Red in place here. That's a heavy body right there. Alright, now for the stuff where we know where it goes. So, we know the tendrils go on the arms. That looks awesome. Let's get the other arm in. Let's go ahead and do the regular portrait with the ponytail, and then we'll figure out all the little tubings. He looks great. Alright, let's see. Alright guys, I went on XM Studios website, took a look at some pictures, and I made sure that I have him assembled correctly. So these kind of straps that go from his belt actually go up and they plug into his shoulder pads. I also wanted to make sure I had all the tubes plugged into the right place, and everything is as it should be. And man, he looks amazing. Before we go into the review, let's jump into a little bit of back history on Omega Red. So Omega Red was created by Jim Lee and John Byrne in 1992. He first appeared in X-Men issue 4 from the second volume. His real name is Arkady Grigorovich Rosevich, and he was a Russian serial killer that was experimented on in order to create the perfect soldier, a super soldier program similar to what made Captain America. Omega Red has a healing factor similar to Wolverine and Sabretooth, and instead of adamantium bones, he was actually fitted with carbonadium retractable tendrils that come out of his wrists. He also has life force absorption and the ability to release pheromones that can result in sickness or death. Omega Red is one of those X-Men characters that has not played a major role in the movies. He was supposed to be in Deadpool 2, and I think that was actually cut out. So there's a lot of heavy speculation on an MCU version of Omega Red coming to the big screen. We have Omega Red on the table. Let's do a couple of measurements here. It looks like the tallest point is his ponytail on this switch out option, which makes him about 27 inches tall. So he's a tall piece. Let's see the width here. He's about 13 inches wide with the base, but he sticks out about 15 inches if you consider the tendril. And the depth, it's only about 10 inches deep, so it has a smaller footprint for an XM Studio base, but he's still a huge piece. Speaking of the base, this is kind of like homage to his origins, right? It's kind of like what he was, where he was experimented on, and you have this weathered, old, kind of metallic laboratory scene here. There's snow at the bottom to signify he's probably in Russia. A lot of wiring and tubing and valves and gauges. The tubing is actually created to be made so that it looks like there's water or some type of liquid inside, so I think that looks really cool. I noticed there's some snow elements even at the top of the base, kind of where his feet are. And then we have Omega Red sitting on top of the base. So, very tall piece. Omega Red in himself is tall. And I really like the details on the outfit. Those shin guards going up to those knee guards look awesome. They have damage on there. Almost looks like Wolverine has damaged them. You can see the muscle definition in his thighs there with all of the trimmings and accents on the costume. Going up to the belt, you have those pouches and those straps. You have a difference in texture from the smooth kind of texture on the main part of his costume. Then you have like this kind of insulated look, which looks really good. It has a little bit of a darker red to it. Great shadowing where you have the seams and kind of the crevices of this here. I even noticed kind of the seams on the thighs where you can see where the fabric is kind of like pulling a little bit, right? So that looks really good. Those shoulder pads look very similar to like his gauntlets. You have these slashes throughout, like Wolverine damage. They're all 3 slash strikes, so that gives me the impression that it's Wolvie. Same on his gauntlets where his arms are. I like the Omega symbol on the outside of his hand, so that looks cool. A lot of great paint work on his arms, his skin tone, right? You got that whitish skin tone with kind of grayish, bluish shadowing in there, accentuating the muscle definition and the veins. I think they did an awesome job with those tentacles, how they made them all wild like that, really showcasing what Omega Red is all about. And then the portraits have a lot of detail, man. Even this one is kind of like the more somber looking portrait, but you can see where he's got a lot of emotion in his face. He's got a lot of rage. He's definitely a pissed off, evil, bad guy. Like we showed up close, you have this flowing hair, a lot of different strands, tendrils. Looks pretty fragile. It seems like brittle, but everything came in one piece. I like the cybernetic aspects on his face going towards his mouth. The red bandana with the Omega symbol. It looks great, man. Let's do a switch out to the secondary portrait, which I really like. I like that kind of rage portrait. So with this portrait, it's going to make him slightly shorter because now the tendril is the highest point. And that tendril goes up to... still just shy of 27 inches. I don't know, I like both portraits. I like this one, how it flows over his back. That looks good. Kind of got his hair more down, but he's got his mouth open. You got those teeth. His forehead all crinkled up. Really cool statue with a low edition size. Not a lot of people jumped on this. We haven't seen any kind of teases that Sideshow is doing an Omega Red, so man, this was kind of like your one chance to get an Omega Red, one of these key X-Men and Wolverine villains in your collection. I'm definitely digging Omega Red. I was kind of thinking I was going to put him on the shelf next to Wolverine and X-23, but I don't think he's going to fit on my secondary shelf, man. I got to put him on a bottom row somewhere, maybe next to Apocalypse or something. But we'll figure it out. Let me know what you guys think about XM Studios Omega Red in the comments down below. If you guys want to be entered into the contest for the 90K giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed and drop a comment on this video. When we hit the 90,000, which should be within a few days now, I'm going to pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway. We'll use a random YouTube comment generator and we'll pick a winner on the following live show. Anybody can enter, anybody can win. You could be worldwide. We'll ship it anywhere. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned at the end. I'm going to put a playlist with my other statue unboxing and reviews. See you guys later. Stay minty fresh. Peace.